Keyboard Exchange International.
Hi folks, Jim Huss here at Keyboard Exchange with Mr. Grant, our senior technician. And Grant, this 1970 B3 number 483, which by the way is our company reference number, you know that, but not everybody does. When Bill removed the keyboards from this organ to inspect the inner workings of the keyboards, he took the foam out, which is what has to be done for all the organs from 65?
64.
64, yeah, to 74, 10 years. The factory used this foam, which we're going to give you some close-ups on that, but what Bill said was, hey, Jim, you got to come in here and check this out. This foam is really in good condition. And that is such a rarity because we're going to show you what it usually looks like, so you can juxtapose the good foam and the bad foam. But it's really, when you come right down to it, it's all bad foam.
Yeah.
And why did they start using foam anyway? And why are we so insistent upon getting it out of every B3 that we touch?
Well, why they started using it is anybody's guess. Maybe there's somebody watching at home who's the son or daughter of someone who worked at the factory that could tell us that.
Oh yeah, because they came home from work and they told their kids everything.
Well, exactly. I mean, don't you? I do. So no, they use it as a method of retaining the wires to keep them in the area that they want to keep them, so they don't get tangled or get broken or abraded when you're removing the covers, if you have to do any work back there or inside there, I should say.
Well, what did they do before they started using foam?
They used a piece of felt.
Okay, how did they attach that?
The felt was riveted to the outside cover that covers all these wires, and I suppose that was a step that was taking time and labor to do, and someone decided, hey, there are these foam strips you can buy with adhesive on the back, and they cost almost nothing. It takes about 30 seconds to put it in, much quicker than 7 or 8 rivets and cutting the felt and all that. So they started using this foam, and it worked very, very well until the foam began breaking down, and then it began reacting with the insulation on the wires, and the wires then corrode, and we have a big problem.
Now, well, why does foam break down over 20, 30, or 60 years?
Well, these are all very good questions that I
you.
don't know the answer to.
Oh, come on! Give me another technician in there.
I'm not sure why it.
We have theories, don't we?
Breaks down.
We have theories on why it breaks down from heat and humidity.
Well, I'm sure it has something to do with that. Yeah. But I don't know the chemical nature of the foam and why it doesn't last in its normal foamy, soft format, and it eventually turns into dust and stuff like that.
And gooey mass.
Well, the reaction it has with the wires is what turns into something gooey, and actually gets a little crusty after a bit. But yeah, the foam that Bill, who's behind the camera here, took out of this organ was this foam right here. This is the exact foam, and it looks fine. It's nice and squishy. It returns to its original state after you press on it. That's what it looked like when it went in, and this is a 1970, which is a later model, but not the latest model.
It's still 54 years old. Yeah.
But usually this stuff, and perhaps they were using a different brand or a different composition of foam for the year that this one went in. as opposed to some others.
Oh yeah,
And
5 years after they started using it, maybe they found another supplier.
Maybe.
Although I've never seen foam come out that clean.
I don't think I've seen it that clean. I've seen it close.
Close to
but
that?
This looks like it's brand new.
To me, it's an indication it was kept in someone's home, climate controlled.
Probably, yeah.
I had a beautiful B3 here many years ago that we had to actually change the entire set of keyboards. There was so much foam damage that it couldn't be fixed. So we took a keyboard out of a C3 or an RG3 and we made the swap, and then all was good, because that keyboard had felt in it and it felt great. It's almost like an upgrade in some people's minds if they're used to the feel of an older organ. But that foam, that can be some nasty stuff. And Bill, can you maybe show the good folks watching what it looks like if normally? Because when this is what it normally looks like, and it has to almost be scraped off and vacuumed out. And it's really a very big job to make sure it happens, because the keyboards have to be disassembled, and it's just really, I would say, one of the most important things we do here for organs from the mid-60s to the mid-70s, because without that, who knows what problems one could have in the future, right? We know what could happen in the future. And I met a technician one time, Grant, that I asked him, what do you do when you sell an organ that has foam in it? He said, well, he gives people the option. He could charge $1,000 and take the foam out, or they could buy it for $1,000 cheaper if he just leaves the foam in there. And I said, oh man, this business of keyboard exchange is going to get passed on to my son and you and the younger guys that work here. We don't want to get those calls 5-10 years down the road, people saying, hey man, you sold me that organ, you didn't take the foam out, what's up with you guys, you know? So that's why all the organs we sell, we certify them to be foam free. So this 1970 B3 is the newest organ that's on the showroom floor. It's a great playing organ, very bright, crisp. And what else is new around here? There's some like new trips coming up or something, right?
Well, yeah, we're going to be heading out to New Orleans in a couple of weeks to deliver an organ out there and do some other, do a few maintenance calls and things like that.
Maybe while we're out there, we could buy a few organs on the way back, so the truck doesn't have to come back empty.
Well, we hope to do that. Yes.
Yeah, that's usually the way we like to roll. So if anybody out there has a really beautiful Hammond organ, they're looking for a new home, let us know between here and New Orleans. And then the other new place we're going is New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about that one now?
Well, as everybody knows, New York is on the East Coast, so we're going to be heading up through all the eastern seaboard states and doing the same kind of thing. We'll have a few deliveries, probably a few pickups where we're purchasing a few organs, and maybe even a few more if somebody out there watching has something up in the Carolinas or Virginia or even Philadelphia or someplace along the eastern seaboard. We're going to be up that way in about 3 weeks, I think.
Are you saying there's room on the truck to add another organ or two?
I'm sure there would be.
Oh, we can make that happen?
Yeah.
You coordinate all the trips, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I'm asking you.
Well, if they get a little bit big, then we just take a trailer with us, you know.
All right.
Yeah, we've always got room.
And this is all going to happen in the next few weeks. So, hey, we do like maybe 6 trips up there per year. And so we're going west in a week or so. And then we're going north in a couple of weeks after that. So, folks, please let us know if we can be of service to you along the way. Either sell us something or have us deliver this number 483. I mean, it's just about a perfect instrument as one could hope to find. So any final words of wisdom from you, Grant?
Nothing comes to mind, no.
Well, I always like to ask because it seems like you always have something to add, and we appreciate you very much. Grant's a fine Hammond organ technician, And he didn't start out being a Hammond technician in his life. No, 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 no. He traveled the world as a professional musician and sound man, and a college-educated musician as well. So he comes to us with a background that didn't start out with Hammond organ. But one day, you called me and you wanted to know something about your M3 and Little Leslie, and I kind of recognized almost immediately that I was talking with someone who had great potential to help us here at Keyboard Exchange. And he's like been to our customers and us like a dream come true, because this man studies the how do you say intricacies?
Intricacies.
Yeah, thank you. He studies that and really does the deep dive, and the man is amazing. So he's in charge of our electronic restoration services here, and you'll be seeing more of him in our videos, because you have Smooth Move Bill on camera and Smooth Talking Grant right standing right here. But it's the mind. He's got the mind that we're so proud of. He does a great job. So Grant, I thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thanks for joining me here. Let me play a little, and how about you do a little scatting or something, you know?
Scatting?
Thanks for watching our video, and thank you also for helping keep the Hammond Tone Wheel B3 organ alive. We couldn't do all this work that we do here without you. And it would also help greatly if you could subscribe, like, ask for notifications for when we have new videos. That would be a big help for us. So we thank you once again. I'm signing off for now, but we will be back.